Kyoto, 1642. A young samurai is kneeling in a meditation room. His body is still. His mind is at war. 3 minutes have passed. His legs are burning. His mind is racing. When will this end? How much longer? Is this even working? In the corner, his master Takeshi sits, completely motionless, just watching. Finally, he speaks. "Your mind is not bamboo," he says. "Your mind is wild grass." The young man lifts his head. "Master?" Grass blows with the wind. Every thought pulls you in a different direction. Every impulse moves you from your place. Bamboo bends too, but its root stays fixed. Today I'm going to tell you something taught 400 years ago. Something the modern world has forgotten. How to turn your mind from grass into bamboo. Impatience isn't just a feeling. It's invisible sabotage eating away at your focus. And you're surrendering to it every single day without realizing it. If you saw yourself in that scene, write in the comments, "Not grass, bamboo," because change begins the moment you notice. Is your mind actually here right now? Even as you're reading this line, did you get the urge to check your phone? Did you want to see if there's a notification? Then you thought about what you'll do next. Then you remembered something from yesterday. Your mind isn't here, and most of the time, it never is. This isn't just your problem. The modern human brain has been programmed for impatience. Swipe, new content. Click, new video, new message, new alert. No gaps, no waiting. You order food. If it's 30 minutes late, you get angry. You start learning something. If you're not good after a week, you quit. This isn't for me. Here's the truth. Impatience is the default setting of modern life, and it's keeping you on the surface. The impatient mind can't do 3 things. First, it can't go deep. Everything stays shallow. Second, it can't build systems. It keeps jumping to something new. Third, it can't handle waiting periods. But everything valuable in life goes through a waiting period. A relationship takes time. The impatient mind gives up. A skill takes repetition. The impatient mind gets bored. A business takes years. The impatient mind collapses. Now be honest. Is this you? If it is, here's the good news. The problem isn't willpower. The problem is lack of roots. And you're about to learn how roots are built. Takeshi took the young samurai to the garden, to the bamboo forest where the wind moved through. "Look at that bamboo," he said. "The wind is blowing." "What's it doing?" "It's bending." "Yes, but what's its root doing?" The young man stopped. He thought, "Its root is staying in place." Exactly. Bamboo is flexible, but its root is fixed. It bends but doesn't break. It sways but doesn't shift. This is what your mind needs to learn. Then Takeshi knelt down and dug into the soil. He showed the roots of young bamboo plants. This bamboo was planted 5 years ago. For 5 years, it didn't grow upward. It only grew roots. What would an impatient mind have done? It would have quit. Yes, because it couldn't see the result. Takeshi lifted his head. Bamboo isn't impatient. It isn't patient either. Bamboo is faithful to time. That's the difference. What is impatience? It's living today with the pain of a future you haven't reached yet. Bamboo doesn't do this. Bamboo doesn't want to become. Bamboo just grows. Now look at yourself. You set a goal. 6 months passed. You're not visible yet. You're not fast yet. You don't feel like you've made enough progress. Your mind whispers, "This is too slow. It should be faster. I should try something else." That's your mind getting blown around. And a mind that's blown around gets disconnected from this moment. But it's not the future that does the work. It's now. Imagining the future doesn't produce results. The action you take right now does. Takeshi used to teach it like this. If your mind goes to the future, your power scatters. If it goes to the past, your power weakens. Power only exists here, in this breath. So how do you apply this? Takeshi had 3 rules. They sound simple, but they're not easy. Rule 1. One thing. Full attention. Takeshi told the young samurai, when you train with the sword, only train with the sword. When you eat, only eat. When you walk, only walk. The young man protested. "Master, my mind wanders. How do I stop it?" Takeshi smiled. "Don't stop it. Bring it back. Again, again, again. This is training. Bamboo doesn't do 2 things at once. When it's growing roots, it's not growing upward. First the foundation, then the rise, but you're doing 10 things at once. Working while messaging. Messaging while watching videos. Watching videos while thinking about something else. Then you say, why am I not making progress? Because depth doesn't come from divided attention. What Takeshi taught was this. Do one thing completely until it's done. Impatience whispers, "This is too slow." But here's the truth. Moving slowly, but deeply, gets you further than moving fast, but shallow. Rule 2. Watch the process, not the result. The young samurai kept asking the same question during meditation. Is this working? Takeshi answered, meditation has no result. There is only meditation. The young man didn't understand. Then why am I doing it? If you're doing it for the result, impatience never ends. Every day you'll ask, am I there yet? Bamboo doesn't plan to be 90 feet tall. It does the same thing every day. Send down roots. Gather nutrients. Turn toward the sun. But you're constantly measuring. How many pounds? How much money? How many followers? Every time you check, you feel like it's not enough. Because results always lag behind. Here's the truth. Focusing on results strains the mind. Focusing on the process steadies the mind. What Takeshi said. Do today's work. Tomorrow, do it again. The result appears when it's ready. Rule 3. See the waiting period as the battlefield. This is the hardest rule. Takeshi used to say, the real battle isn't with the enemy. It starts when nothing is happening. The young man was confused. What do you mean? Fighting an enemy is easy. There's adrenaline. There's movement. The hard part is waiting. Nothing's happening. The graph isn't rising. Nobody's noticing. That's when impatience attacks. I'm doing it wrong. This isn't working. Maybe I should quit. Most people lose right there, not to the outcome, to impatience. Bamboo waits 5 years. Those 5 years are the battlefield. If you can get through that period, year 6 comes on its own. But if you can't endure it, you quit right before the explosion. So how do you actually apply this? You're not living in 1642. You're living in 2026. And attention is the most exploited resource in the modern world. Every screen is calling you. Every notification is splitting you. Every second is fragmenting your mind. That's why we're bringing Takeshi's 3 rules into today. Application 1. Single task blocks, 20 minutes. Once a day, just 20 minutes. One task. Phone on airplane mode. No notifications, no tabs, no escape. Just that one task. The first day, your mind will rebel. I'm bored. Let me just check. This isn't enough. This is normal. The impatient mind is going through withdrawal, but you stay. Don't run. Keep going. This is attention training. Staying loyal to one thing for 20 minutes teaches your mind how to put down roots. After a month, there won't be a miracle, but something will change. But your focus won't scatter. You'll be able to finish something. You'll be able to go deep. This is bamboo root. Application 2. Result-free day. Once a week. Don't measure anything. Don't step on the scale. Don't check the graph. Don't look at the stats. Just do the work. Today's only goal: stay faithful to the process, because constantly measuring feeds impatience. Every check asks, is it enough? And the answer is usually, not yet. This eats away at your mind. What Takeshi taught was this: do the day. The day gives you tomorrow. Results are the shadow of the process. You don't chase a shadow. Application 3. The 5-minute impatience tests. When impatience shows up, don't act immediately. Stop. 5 minutes. You want to reply to a message right away? Wait. You want to check your stats? Wait. You want to change something immediately? Wait. Set a timer. Sit. Do nothing. Just feel. Impatience comes like a command, but it's not a command. It's an impulse. And like every impulse, it's temporary. After 5 minutes, most impulses dissolve. Every time you wait, you teach your mind this: I am not the impulse. I can choose. Takeshi called this turning impatience into fuel. You don't suppress it. You watch it. You transform its energy. Now do this. Pick one of these 3 applications. Not all of them, just one, and apply it tomorrow. Because knowledge feeds the mind. Application builds character, and character is the root. If you're actually going to try one of these 3, write this in the comments, starting today, because writing it is the first step of your decision in the outer world. And roots always start with one small step. That young samurai stayed in Takeshi's garden for 3 years. The first month was absolute hell. His mind wouldn't stop. Every time he sat down, it ran away. With every breath, it asked, is this working? Takeshi said the same thing every time. Come back to this moment. The second month, his mind still ran away. But now the young man caught it earlier. In the 6th month, something happened. During meditation, for the first time, he experienced a real gap. 10 seconds. No thoughts. No future. No past. Just breath. Those 10 seconds were more powerful than 3 years, because in that moment, he realized impatience isn't real. It's just a thought. Temporary. What's real is this moment. This breath. This stance. This movement. 3 years later, he was different. When he trained with the sword, his mind didn't wander. It was right there. When he ate, he just ate. When he waited, he actually waited. And most importantly, he wasn't chasing results anymore. One day, Takeshi asked, are you patient now? The young man smiled. No, master. I'm no longer impatient. Takeshi nodded. Being patient is still about the future. You're only in the present now. The impatient mind is tearing you apart every day. Every not enough yet thought scatters your power. Every it should be faster voice splits your attention. Impatience isn't moving you forward. It's moving you around. It's preventing you from putting down roots. Bamboo puts down roots for 5 years. You can't stay still for 5 minutes. You keep changing. You keep jumping. You keep switching directions. Then you say, why can't I make progress? Because without roots, there's no rise. Takeshi's harshest teaching was this: patience isn't an emotion. It's a choice. Every moment, you're choosing. Surrendering to impatience or returning to this moment. Bamboo doesn't choose. It's faithful to its nature. But you can choose, and every choice builds your character. I'm asking you, where's your real battle? Out there? Out there? Or inside your own mind? Miyamoto Musashi fought 60 duels, never lost once. But his real victory was won before he ever drew his sword, inside his own mind. If you can defeat inner impatience, nobody in the outer world can stop you. But the way there doesn't come through big moves. It comes through small returns. Did your mind wander? Bring it back. Did impatience rise up? Watch it. Did an impulse show up? Wait. Again. 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 One day. Year 6 arrives. But year 6 doesn't come all at once. It comes through 1,825 small returns. The only thing you need to do now is this. Root today. Root again tomorrow. Root the day after. Results aren't chased. They mature, and when they're ready, they appear. If you saw yourself in what I just described, don't leave this alone. Send it to someone, because maybe they're at the end of year 5 right now, and they're about to quit. And if you want to walk this path, stay here. There are no quick fixes here. There's discipline here. There's method here. There's root here. Write this in the comments. Returning to now, because every return is a root movement. And when the root moves, the rise becomes inevitable. Root deep. Rise strong.